Here, Derrick Rose, guys.
This guy is such an acrobatic player, Kevin. The ability to adjust his shot in midair, to contort his body and still have the balance and the anticipation to make the shot. Pretty amazing.
And also, he's one of those guys who can cover 94 feet in the blink of an eye and often does, with or without help on the break.
And it's back to Detroit for the Pistons at the conclusion of today's game. And 8th place in the East, they're in the playoff hunt.
Well, Kevin, they have yet to come up with a win in any of the 3 games against these guys this year. So I guess one positive for them today is that no matter what happens in this game, this is the last time they'll have to see them this year.
Well, I wouldn't want to look at it that way, Steve. I mean, come on now. They're competitors and pros, too. That's kind of a negative mindset. I mean, they've got to come in here ready to give the best effort of the season. I mean, getting swept 4 games to none.
Here, Derrick Rose, guys.
This guy is such an acrobatic player.
So the Chicago Bulls able to put up the first points on the board. Jennings dishes to Drummond. Rodney Stuckey on the wing. Clock at 6. Here's Smith. And good coming on the assist by Rodney Stuckey.
Tell you what, it's hard to argue with the record for Coach Tom Thibodeau of the Bulls, but the rumor mill has it that the front office hasn't been happy with how hard he's ridden his top players. Luol Deng missed time last season with the hamstring injury. Joakim Noah came down with plantar fasciitis. Hey, those things happen, and I'm not quite sure you can put that at the feet of Tom Thibodeau.
Jennings with the ball. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against the Cavaliers in Cleveland. Passes it to Smith. Rodney Stuckey on the wing. Throws it up high.
That was wicked! How's that for a one-man show? Put this fella on Broadway. Self-service.
The most magnificent alley-oop you could have chosen.
He pulled it off, too. Remarkable.
Dang with it. He's picked up by Drummond. There's Rose with the 3. Offensive rebound. Noah. It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And the offense just getting right to the rim, but at least they saved the layup with the foul.
That's old school basketball rules. I mean, at the end of the day, no easy layup. Earn it from the line.
Noah hits them both.
People have talked about the defensive renaissance in Chicago as a big part of their turnaround, and that's accurate. Thibs has done wonders for this team defensively, but another aspect is that they've had one of the deepest benches in the league the past few years, too.
Now here's Stuckey, averaging 13 points a contest. And there's the foul that goes on Jimmy Butler. That's his first foul. Stolen by Noah. Outside Rose. Doris Burke had a chance to catch up with head coach Tom Thibodeau.
We discussed their game plan defensively, and he mentioned that controlling Greg Monroe will be crucial. He said Monroe is a guy who can score inside, rebounds well, and his passing really sets him apart. Their offense runs best when it goes through his hands, so pressuring him and staying vigilant is essential for us. Guys, can they slow him down?
Thanks, Doris. Now, here is Monroe. What a tremendous game he played against Cleveland. Go back to what you said, Clark, about Chicago. It is a credit to them that they've been able to constantly add or draft talent that is ready to step in for them, and Steve contribute off the bench.
Yeah, no doubt about that. You think about Taj Gibson, a late first-round pick. Jimmy Butler last year really emerged as one of the best young players in the league. Great story. So terrific job by the Bulls front office in figuring out which player to take later in the first round.
2 open that time. Made it look too easy.
Beautiful feed off the bounce to his teammate there. Nicely done.
Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Here's an opportunity for us now to focus on some small forwards who play anything but small. The leading shot blockers at the 3 spot. Josh Smith on top.
You know, typically you have your centers or power forwards providing the defensive help down low, but so often we've seen him come flying out of nowhere to block a shot.
That's true, you know, time and time again. He surprises shooters at the last minute. So he's got a really good sense of timing as to when to leave his guy to get to the guy with the ball.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Rose goes in, pass to Boozer. Baseline jumper. Shot is off. Last outing for Chicago, they won that game against Minnesota.
Tell you what, the fans certainly got their money's worth in that game. It was a battle, and really gritty win for that club, Clark.
Tell you what, Steve, they saved their best for last that day. A lot of toughness on display in that overtime.
And the shot is good from Stuckey.
Now, they're not showing too much respect for him defensively, are they?
Well, you love the skill level for Greg Monroe. I mean, he played the Princeton-style offense at Georgetown. He's a terrific high-post passer, and he actually handles the ball really well for a guy of his size.
Fast break. Here comes Chicago. He dishes it to Rose. Outside Butler. Pass to Dent. Kicks it to Rose. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Just 5 to shoot. Tries from 16. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. That one on Monroe.
Yeah, the referee's all over that one.
No doubt about it. Clearly a foul. Nothing to argue about there.
And you mentioned the great hands for Greg Monroe. A nice soft touch, Steve, around the rim.
And also great at just hauling in rebounds, grabbing steals. He really has a nose for the ball.
The Pistons making a change here. Villanueva's checked in. Now here's Jennings. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Out to Smith. Outside Jennings. Fades and shoots. No good. Now Chicago takes it the other way. Their last encounter was in Detroit where they were able to handle the Pistons.
Yeah, that last meeting, they won the game, and remember, it was a huge day for the bench. I mean, they got some key points from their reserves. He's just been the man since the start of this quarter. I mean, just a tremendous period of basketball for him.
Here's Jennings, following the score by Derrick Rose. Jennings against Butler. Jennings kicks to Stuckey. Jennings. And good coming on the assist by Rodney Stuckey. Stuckey's got his 3rd assist on the night. Steve talked about the contribution they got from the bench to win this matchup last time, Clark, and it was a great game for them in that regard.
Kevin, it really was. I mean, the depth they have was apparent on that day. I mean, there was no drop-off when they went to their bench, and the coach has to be extremely confident knowing that his reserves can handle their weight.
Here's Jennings, and you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
And he will take the ball right into the teeth of the defense.
Taj Gibson's checked in for Carlos Boozer.
You know, if you're not a big, strong guard in the NBA, it can be tough going in the paint. But for Brandon Jennings, he's got that floater in the lane. That's what's allowed him, despite his slight frame, to be able to score in the paint.
Boy, they're fortunate. The defense was taking a big chance, leaving him that wide open behind the arc.
Stuckey passes to Jennings. And there's the whistle, foul hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. That one on Rose. And, you know, going back to Jennings, so fast, incredibly explosive. He can really, Clark, get into the lane.
Yeah, but, you know, he struggled finishing at the rim. Some of that because of his size. Not really a physically imposing guy. Developing that floater and learning to avoid NBA shot blockers is something that he has to continue to develop.
Ozzie Muhammad's checked in for Chicago. And Gibson kicks to Butler. Rose. Back to Butler. Here's the 3. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. And the Bulls lead by 3.
Oh, he's going to keep banging those home if you give him that much space.
Smith dishes to Stuckey. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Stuckey's got his 2nd basket of the night. Outside Rose. Outside Butler. Butler missing again.
Things have kind of gone south for him here in the quarter.
Jennings against Gibson. Now here's Jennings. Not a lot of room. Rose against Stuckey. Jennings. And another three for Detroit.
I'm not sure who was supposed to pick him up, but somebody's going to get an earful from the coach for leaving him that wide open.
Rose against Jennings. There's the triple. Butler missing again.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Smith with it. He's picked up by Dang. Smith the pass to Stuckey. Back to Smith. Stuckey outside. Smith on the wing. The three ball. Rose with the rebound. For the Detroit Pistons, they won their last contest, that game against Cleveland.
And it was the role players in that game, Kevin, that really led the charge. You know, the guys who normally don't score a lot, they came in and really contributed.
A total team performance, Steve, the kind you need if you're going to win on the opponent's home floor.
It's Jennings with the drive. He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in. Jennings has got 13 points.
That's more connections and 5 tries now for him in what's been a great first quarter.
Rose off the pick from Muhammad. Rose kicks to Muhammad. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Well, that's the best possible play there. I mean, that was an easy 2, so instead foul him, make him shoot free throws.
That's right, a smart, strong foul there. No and ones and no dunks.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Jerebko's checked in for Villanueva. Kyle Singler comes in for Andre Drummond. And Chauncey Billups is subbed in for Rodney Stuckey. Stupendous rush to the rim and a mighty slam on the end of it.
But through the teeth of some pretty soft D. I can't help but say that.
Well, let's see how that impacts things here, because those kinds of plays sometimes can be game changers on both sides.
Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. And Detroit has possession. Here's Billups. 9-point game his last outing. And Detroit again with the buckets. Bulls trail by 4. Heinrich outside. He feeds it to Dunlap. He passes to Petrus. Gibson with the screen on Billups. And Petrus kicks to Heinrich. And the 3 ball is good. Heinrich's got his first 3 points of the game.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
Now here's Heinrich, averaging 9 points per contest.
Excellent, really solid job actually by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
Bynum with it. Now guarded by Petrus. Pulls up. Billups, no good.
Well, the shot was there for him, and he had to take it. I don't care if he didn't convert. He's got to take that every time.
Heinrich with it. Billups picks him up defensively. Out of bounds, Detroit takes possession.
Here's a chance to take a look at the Pistons and how they rank in the NBA right now. 3rd in fewest turnovers per game. 7th in assists. And they're in the top 3rd in the league in blocks. They're a team that really doesn't give many good looks.
And I love that number, Clark, 3rd in fewest turnovers per game, because that's a sign of a well-coached team, very disciplined. They share the basketball. Their spacing is good. They've got a good plan of attack every game. So the players know where each other is, and that just allows for much better offensive execution.
I'm breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Bulls.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And we're also seeing a lot of fast break groups, so this team doing a nice job getting easy points.
Here is Bynum. After the made shot from Stevenson. Now Monroe kicks to Bynum. Back to Monroe. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam. Guys back and forth this first half.
Well, 5 lead changes early on, guys, as we grapple back and forth.
Yeah, this could be a back and forth game all the way, guys, the way it's being played. This is fun to watch.
And Chicago has possession, following the bucket by the Pistons. Dishes to Dunley. Now the pass to Gibson. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Heinrich off a pick from Dunleavy. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. And it's Petrus missing. The Pistons leading. Poked away. And here we go. The Bulls fast break. Heinrich, he's guarded by Bynum. And Heinrich gets it to go.
Gotta love the finger roll up and over the defense.
With 1 on the clock. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close.
Next Monday night, April 14th, LeBron James and the Miami Heat.
Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. And taking a look at Chicago's performance here, Clark and Steve, what have they been doing or not doing?
Pretty good start defensively. This club forced some mistakes and took advantage, and that's how they built this lead.
And they built the lead because not only have they forced turnovers, but they've taken care of the ball themselves. So that's a winning combination.
Here are the 5 Detroit has to start the second quarter. We've got Uredko. Also Greg Monroe out there. Caldwell Pope out there with Chauncey Billups. And it's Siva in at the point. Here's Noah. Rebound by the Pistons.
He's always going to have a difficult time finishing when the defense is in his face like that.
The dish to Billups. Pass to Siva. Back to Billups. Shot clock at 6. And it's out of bounds. The Pistons able to retain possession here. Now that we have a moment, let's see who have been the top assist teams in the league this season. Number 1, the Bulls.
You know, if there's a stat that coaches really would be impressed by and proud of, it's assists, leading the league in assists. And this team is outstanding. Not only do they have excellent scores, but everybody is willing to make the extra pass and share the basketball.
You know, even from here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
Yep, pretty obvious. And a good call by the official.
And so he hits both. Chicago trailing here. Now Tinsley. Feeds to Petrus. He kicks it to Boozer. He's against Uredko. The fadeaway, and the shot is good. Boozer's got his first bucket of the night. Clark and Steve, 8 lead changes now, and we're still just in the first half.
You know, both teams showing a lot of resilience, I think. Coming back and coming back, back and forth, back and forth.
That reminds me of a song.
Man, I'm not sure I've seen a game with so many lead changes this early on.
That's good. And the Pistons lead by 1.
And these two teams continuing to trade blows like heavyweights in the middle of the ring.
So many times tonight, the energy in this building has gone from one way to the other.
Petrus dishes to Boozer. He's against Uredko. From down low. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
You know, to me, one reason why Carlos Boozer is such a valuable scorer is that he can hurt you in a multitude of ways inside. He can hit the rainbow jumper of his, and when he's back to the basket, can go over both shoulders very well.
That one is no good. And for Boozer, you remember the story. Growing up in Alaska, his dad tied his right hand to his waist, so he'd have to develop his left, and that was something that he worked on even more when he went to Duke.
Well, yeah, his left hand is fantastic. I mean, that's his preferred hand when he's finishing around the rim. A right-handed jump shooter, but anything around the basket is usually his left. So he probably owes his dad a debt of gratitude for tying him up all the time.
That's one way to put it. Noah, the pass to Boozer. The call will go against Uredko. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Yeah, you know, these calls can be some of the toughest in the game for the officials.
It all happened so fast, but I really think that was the right call. The defender was not really set in that situation.
Charlie Villanueva's checked in for the Pistons.
Well, Kevin, probably his greatest value lies in his tremendous three-point shooting. When he's out on the perimeter, it gives them the ability to really stretch the defense out.
And something else I think of with him is that three-point shot from the corner. I mean, that's his shot. And we've certainly seen him drain a bunch of them.
Caldwell Pope kicks to Villanueva. Second quarter play with almost 3 minutes gone. Noah dishes to Dang. The feed to Tinsley. Pass to Boozer. Defended by Caldwell Pope. Just 5 on the clock. It's Boozer missing. The Pistons have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Monroe with it. He's picked up by Dang. Caldwell Pope passes to Monroe. And it's blocked by Dang. Here's Tinsley. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Outside Dang. And no good. And a chance to take the lead. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Tinsley gets a screen from Noah. And Tinsley kicks it to Noah. And he dunks it down. Like we talked about a back-and-forth game, this is the definition of it.
Yeah, no doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, not even through the first half, and it's been one heck of a battle.
Well, these are the kinds of games you love. I mean, two good teams going head-to-head, an even matchup, and both sides very competitive, on their toes tonight.
The Pistons working the ball around now. He dishes it to Billups. Pass to Caldwell Pope. And that one's good.
These defenders look overmatched right now, especially inside.
Yeah, you look at the numbers, 10 of the last 12 points have come from close range, so I agree.
Tinsley dishes to Stevenson. Rejected by Villanueva. Then kicks to Stevenson. And it's off from three-point range. And Boozer backs in, and it's blocked by Villanueva. Here's Caldwell Pope. He's covered by Dang. Villanueva passes to Billups. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Now it's a 4-point Detroit lead.
It's his first three-pointer of the second half, which actually makes it his first of the game.
Only 3 games left until the start of the playoffs. Let's see how the East will look. Take a look at the Bulls. They've continued to play strong basketball, if not utterly dominant, as the last part of the season grinds toward the playoffs. And it looks like, guys, they'll hold on to that #1 spot the whole way there. And, of course, the Detroit Pistons. Threat right now is their record showing a lot more losses.
Seeing where the Bulls are, they've been the story of the regular season in my mind, smashing expectations and really taking the league by storm.
Yeah, they've been impressive, no doubt about it. Among the league's best as we approach the postseason.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Jimmy Butler, he's checked in for Boozer. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Deshaun Stevenson. The drive by Jennings. Drummond. Banked in off the glass. And the Pistons lead by 4. And here's Rose. He's coming off an unbelievably high-scoring game. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Rose has got 12.
It is so hard to contain. He just seems to get it done however he has to do it.
The pass to Caldwell Pope. It's back to Jennings. Kicks to Drummond. Working on Noah. Releases. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening, Steve.
No, it's off the charts. It really is. And defensively, I mean, they have to start shutting down some of those lanes to the hoop.
Josh Smith, he's checked in for Charlie Villanueva.
Even with every shot clanging off the rim, he seems determined to keep hoisting up these threes. It might be time to get inside of that arc.
Well, he's so good at recognizing where the openings are and getting the ball to the rim.
Jennings again throws. And Tinsley kicks to Rose. He feeds it to Noah. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. And that's now 6 points for Joakim Noah. Now here's Jennings. 15 points in the game. Stuckey right side. No good with the wing jumper.
That's not his shot there, guys. And whether you play D on him or not, he's usually going to miss that one.
The drive by Jennings. Stuckey. It's back to Jennings. 6 to shoot. A second chance effort. Noah with the block. On the wing, Dang. Back to Rose with the shot. Rebound, Detroit. Drummond's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Stuckey kicks to Caldwell Pope. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. And the Pistons lead by 6.
Great move to the hoop, and I love the finger roll finish.
Rose goes in. Tinsley back to Rose. Right side Rose. Noah. The kick out to Dang. Butler on the way. He passes to Noah. Back to Butler. Launches it. And that one's good. Butler's got 6 points.
What are they thinking leaving him with all that space out there? Do they not know? Have they not heard that this guy is unbelievable? That's a layup for him.
It's back to Jennings. And that one goes long.
He got the shot he wanted off that pick, just couldn't get it to fall.
But Steve, they'll take that play all day long, 10 times out of 10. That was good action.
Rose off the pick from Noah. Rose kicks to Tinsley. Back to Rose. That's in there. Tinsley with the assist. Tinsley's got 3 assists now in this one.
That was a nice finish to an excellent possession.
Deep threats. That's the only way to describe these guys who have led the NBA in three-point percentage in the second half of the season. 5th best, Derrick Rose.
Well, this guy's been getting good looks, Kevin, and they've been falling for him. I mean, he's on balance. He's squared up. He's confident. And he's shooting in rhythm. As a result, that percentage is way up there.
Here's Jennings, and he uses the glass on the layup. Jennings has got 17.
You know, they're being very one-dimensional right now, going to the post every time, but if it works, you don't need another dimension.
Well, they're taking this defense to task, quite honestly. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Dang with the screen for Rose. Puts the lead pass in front of him. Here's Butler. No good. That would have tied it.
You know, one of the things you love about Josh Smith is his versatility defender. He's long and athletic. He's got the size and strength to guard big players and the speed to guard the smaller ones.
Passes to Caldwell Pope. Misses the 3.
The clear look at the hoop. He doesn't miss many of those.
Bulls trail by 3. Outside Rose. Outside Butler. Lets it go from deep. Can't get it to go. And Detroit the other way now. And Josh Smith able to guard so many different positions, Clark.
You know, he came into the league as a small forward out of high school, and despite being a little short at power forward, he's so strong and athletic. He can effectively D up bigger players.
Back to Butler. Dishes it to Rose. The kick out to Dang. Outside Butler. Bulls moving the ball around. Noah with a screen on Jennings. There's the dish to Tinsley. And stolen by Stuckey. The finish. And he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark power on the dunk.
And guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
Grown man's power flush.
That could be a catalyst for him.
I think you're right.
Well, we've seen these kind of plays get them going in the past, that's for sure.
The try by Jennings. Caldwell Pope passes to Jennings. Shot on the wing. Pistons keep it alive. Ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Dang. Feeds it to Tinsley. Lays it up and banks it in. Tinsley's got his second bucket tonight.
He's found a rhythm here in this second quarter, guys. He looks good.
Outside Jennings. He kicks to Drummond. It's back to Jennings. Fires the three. Jennings can't get that one to fall.
You know, not only is the game neck and tight, but the rebounding battle is too. Extremely close on the board.
Yeah, both teams have really put in a terrific effort down low.
Here's Rose. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. And it's now only a 1-point Piston lead.
You know, he started out hot, and he's only gotten hotter. He could be in for one of those games.
Jennings for three. That's good. Jennings has got 7 points here in this quarter.
Yeah, guys, it's his consistent shooting that's really helped get his team into a position they're in right now.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. The kick out to Rose. Rose with another miss.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
Stuckey against Noah. Here's Caldwell Pope. And good coming on the assist by Rodney Stuckey. And now a 7-point Piston lead. Rose attacking. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a 3-point play.
Good defense, but gotta love the finish with the finger roll over the top.
The Pistons making a change here. For Chicago, they have made 2/3 of their free throws tonight. 6 of 9 to be exact.
Yeah, they've just been an ordinary team in terms of free throw shooting this year, guys. About 75%.
You know, the numbers from the line, guys, are close to where they were last.
Now, presented by Sprint.
And it's been a tight one.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And as we return, a lovely view of the Windy City, Chicago, Illinois.
What a performance from Jennings here. He has 20 points, and he sprayed home 3 3-pointers as well.
Yeah, productive day for him from long range.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. So for Chicago right now, on the wings, Butler and Dang. Up front, Boozer and Noah. And it's Rose in at the point guard position. Boozer dishes to Dang. Outside Butler. Now the feed to Rose. Noah with a screen for Rose. 6 on the shot clock. And finished off by Noah.
Well, that's some physical basketball out there. I'm glad I'm not in the middle of that. A hard pick and an assault on the butt.
Old school stuff there.
Yeah, there was a lot to like on that play.
And Drummond throws it down.
Incredible timing on the alley-oop.
He absolutely hammered it down.
And that's the play we're going to remember when this game is all said and done.
Rose goes in. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
I think when you look at Derrick Rose, fellas, the most intimidating thing about him is his elite speed. But you also have to consider his size. He's well put together, about 6'3", maybe just a shade over 200 pounds. He is a handful when he's coming at you fast with that strong body and explosiveness.
Jennings off a pick from Drummond. Butler against Jennings. Got a piece of it. Stuckey. Rose with the double team. Smith. He's covered by Boozer. That's good. And that's now 6 points for Josh Smith. Hey, Clark, you mentioned the size of Derrick Rose. 6'3", not just a speedster, but the combination of quickness and power. I've always thought that, Steve. Goes in there, and he would be a very tough guy to try to stop when he's got a full head of steam.
No question.
Oh, wow.
He's coming at you with that burst and the strength. That's why he's so overpowering as a point guard.
Jennings against Butler. Goes up on the wing. Up again, and Drummond throws it down. And the Pistons lead by 4.
Well, coaches love him because of the hustle he's continually showing out on the floor. And I think where you really see it most is on the offensive boards.
And I also can't get over how much energy he expends rebounding the basketball. He goes all out on the boards every single night.
The kick out to Rose. Here's the 3. Rose with another miss. Detroit leading by 4. Jennings passes to Stuckey. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Jennings against Butler. The finger roll finish at the bucket. 22 points for Brandon Jennings.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
Yeah, the defense has been futile here. 5 of the last 6 field goals in the lane.
Rose against Jennings from the arc. And Butler gets it to go on the assist by Rose. Rose has got assist number 5 here tonight.
The defenders need to talk to each other. The communication lacking there on that three-pointer.
The drive by Jennings. Pass to Drummond. Here's Smith. And Boozer with the block. Oh, and here comes Rose all alone. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Butler kicks to Boozer.
Oh, get it! Let's go now. Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
Yeah, he's sensing this is a critical time in this game, guys.
Jennings with the ball. He's got 22, and that one's good. Jennings has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Of all the guys you want to leave open out on the perimeter, he is the absolute last guy on the list. Attention to detail. Know your personnel. He just picked up his 4th personal foul, and now he's got some foul trouble hanging over his head, guys. Excellent game we've seen from Derrick Rose. He has 23 points and 5 assists.
I had no idea we'd be seeing a performance like this one today.
Totally dominant. I mean, pure domination.
And the Bulls making a change here. Gibson's checked in.
He's certainly been hitting well from the line, and those points do add up.
Rodney Stuckey on the wing. It's back to Jennings. Detroit needs to get off a shot here. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. NBA2K leaderboard up on the screen now, giving you a look at the small forward position and the players with the most rebounds per game this year. Josh Smith on top.
Well, there are some things he does very well on the perimeter, but in the paint, his rebounding is as impressive as anything else he does.
Yeah, there's a lot in his package. He does a lot of things. He gives you a little bit of everything, but it's his work on the glass, on the boards, his ability to battle down low. That's where he blows the league's other small forwards away.
Jennings with the ball. Boozer picks him up. Jennings kicks to Drummond. Second chance shot, and it's blocked by Rose. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it.
And a moment to check out Derrick Rose here. Since the break, he's been simply stellar out there. First in scoring, fifth in three-point field goal percentage. And, of course, passing, such a big part of his game. One of the top 15 leading assist men in the NBA.
And, Steve, we really can't gloss over his ranking as the top scorer in the NBA. I mean, he's the one guy you don't want to see coming out of the opposing locker room.
The three is good, and he got fouled in the act of shooting. This could turn into a 4-point play.
They've been fighting to get back into it, chipping away little by little, and it's paid off.
Nazi Muhammad checked in for Carlos Boozer. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Chicago.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
And how about the touch they've displayed from long range, guys? I mean, as a team, they are really shooting the ball well and executing from the perimeter.
Now Monroe kicks to Billups. There's Jennings with the three. And yes, a nice assist from Billups. That's 28 points for Brandon Jennings. And stolen by Jennings. Rose against Smith. Tipped away. And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession. Mike Dunleavy, he's checked in for Chicago. For Chicago, they've gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. Rose against Jennings. Rose dishes to Petrus. Out of bounds, Detroit takes possession. And the Pistons making a change here. Detroit's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. He dishes it to Smith. Pass to Monroe. And he drops it in from the low post. Monroe's got his second bucket.
He had his head on the swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
Gibson setting the pick for Heinrich. The pass to Petrus. Back to Heinrich. Kicks it to Petrus. Fires for three. Here's Gibson, and the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
That rebound and the follow kind of typify what he's all about. Just gritty, determined play.
Beatrice against Billups. Monroe. Muhammad pulls it in. Muhammad's got his third rebound on the night. Dunleavy, the pass to Heinrich. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. And that one's good from Petrus. And Clark and Steve, as we approach the fourth quarter, still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, exactly right, Kevin. I mean, these teams just simply keep trading baskets, and as a result, trading the lead.
Yeah, neither side really able to create much of a cushion at all. So, which team can make a little run here? We'll see.
He feeds it to Dunleavy. 18 feet out. And they call over the back here. Too much contact.
Well, he was boxed out, and when that happens, some point you have to just turn and get back defensively. That time he went right over the top.
Yeah, but you go straight on the top of another player's back, that's going to be a foul call every time.
Doubled by Petrus. Billups kicks to Monroe. Gibson on him. Shoots a fader. The shot no good.
Great defense in the paint there, making it tough on the offense.
That's what he brings, a presence. I mean, you saw it on that miss. I think Greg Monroe offers a lot for a team. I mean, he's a big man who can pass and shoot at a high level. But the one thing he doesn't do is really protect the rim. He's not a shot blocker in the traditional sense of the word.
Hits the bucket. They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back. Pistons have gotten half their shots to drop in the second half, up to this point, going 7 of 14. Jennings against Heinrich. Rejected by Dunleavy. Now Pietrus. Averaging 8 points a game. Now here's Heinrich. He started closer. 5 to shoot. Heinrich off a pick from Muhammad. Goes up off the pick. And Siva pulls it down. Going back to Greg Monroe in Detroit, not a big leaper or shot blocker, but they drafted Andre Drummond, number 9 overall last year. They should be making a very nice pairing for a long time there.
Well, you think about Drummond, a super athlete and a shot blocker. Greg Monroe with his terrific skill level. It really does seem like Detroit has found its front court tandem for the next decade.
That drops. And that's now 30 points for Brandon Jennings.
This quarter has brought out the best in them, fellas. Even though they're still trailing, he's been impossible to contain.
Heinrich off a pitch from Muhammad. Heinrich dishes to Muhammad. Passes it to Billups. Here's Siva, covered by Pietrus. Feeds it to Jennings. To tie, Smith. Offensive rebound. Here's Siva, and Gibson sends it back. And he recovers it. That ties it up. He's got 6.
Well, we've seen that more than a few times. An easy bucket in the lane.
Yeah, the interior defense simply has been lifeless.
Heinrich passes to Pietrus. And a great assist by Heinrich as that one goes in. Heinrich's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Now a timeout called by Detroit.
They've been very untidy with the ball here. Commit turnovers when you try to do too much or you force it. They need to focus on making the simple play, good passes, and moving the ball around.
Knocked loose, and that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession. That's tipped. It's stolen by Dunleavy. There's the killer two-handed slam.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
It feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close.
Jennings kicks to Billups. Launches a 3. Rebound by the Bulls. Noah's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Noah with a screen on Singler. Heinrich dishes to Dunleavy. Back to Heinrich. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
They're straying away from the three-point game here in the second half. And that's fine as long as they're on the lead and they're getting good shots. They've decided not to take nearly as many three-pointers in this half.
Chicago making a switch here. Deng's checked in. Jennings kicks to Singler. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Yeah, the defender draped all over it.
Pretty plain and simple. Got him good there.
For Detroit, they have shot a good percentage from the free throw line so far. They've made 5 out of 6.
Well, the season numbers for this club really low. I mean, this is something that the team has been focusing on. They've got to improve.
And this year, they haven't quite been able to maintain the free throw percentage they had last season.
Yeah, he's sort of the guy they look to offensively. Not necessarily in any one area, but just in terms of his all-around game.
And something else we can say about him is that he's got a lot of cuts. I mean, a lot of courage. He'll be the first one to step into the lane and draw a charge, even if it might get him a little beat up.
And the Pistons making a change here. Stuckey's checked in. Here's Billups. 7 points in the game. Monroe sets a screen for Billups. In low to Monroe. Soft touch off the glass. Monroe's got 4 this quarter.
That's some more rugged play from them inside. They have a decent edge in rebounds thus far.
And that hard work on the boards needs to continue. That could be what swings this game eventually.
Butler off a pitch from Noah. Heinrich from outside. That's good. Heinrich's got 11 points.
They're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results right now.
Yeah, in fact, 3 of the last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Dishes it to Monroe. Outside Jennings. Clock at 6. He passes to Billups. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Heinrich outside. Noah with a screen on Bynum. Here's Dang. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. The third quarter comes to a close.
Friday.
Welcome back, folks. Thank you for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports as we get set to get going once again. Hey, during the break, players getting a chance to refuel and hydrate with some Gatorade as there is more basketball in store. On the court for the Pistons, Josh Smith and Greg Monroe at the 3 and 4. Find him out there with Rodney Stuckey. And it's Drummond in at the 5. Good on the shot.
Did you see the defense get caught standing around that time, giving up an easy second chance bucket?
Simply need more of an effort on the boards there, Steve.
Wasted no time on that one. Pistons trail by 7. And here is Bynum. Now the dish to Stuckey. 5 on the clock. Puts it up from 17. Joakim Noah grabs the miss. Noah's got 11 rebounds in the game. Heinrich outside. Right side Dang. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam. Well, Clark, a clear lane to the basket and the emphatic jam.
And that is outstanding attacking basketball.
Well, he had no choice but to take that one to the bucket.
Well, Luol Deng, originally from South Sudan, his family moved to London when he was a teen, and then for him, on to the United States, a worldly player for sure, and he's been involved in a lot of causes, both here in the U.S. and internationally.
Here's Stuckey, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And going back to Dang, so active off the court, helping Sudanese refugees, basketball without borders, numerous charities. He says his parents instilled him with that kind of thoughtfulness.
Yeah, and he's also championed a lot of causes in the UK, campaigning to maintain funding for the British national team. Dang is passionate, both on and off the court. You just love his approach to the game and to life, Kevin.
Good point. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, guys, Tom Thibodeau had some advice for his team in that last timeout. He was propping his guys up for their defensive pressure, saying, listen, the pressure you put on them has been fantastic. Keep pestering them, keep forcing turnovers, and we'll be in a great position to win this thing.
And this game is really heated up. I didn't think it could get any more high scoring than it already was.
Well, there's always room for more offense, Steve. You know that.
Heinrich against Bynum. He kicks to Stuckey. For the 3. Stuckey with another miss. Chicago leading by 10. Heinrich outside. Deflected. And stolen by Drummond. Rodney Stuckey on the wing. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. It's all in by the Bulls. Boozer's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Heinrich. Nice defense from Drummond.
I thought he rushed it a little bit, guys, because he had a clean look, just lost his focus.
Got that bucket in no time at all. That's now 8 points for Josh Smith.
You're going to be waiting a long time if you're waiting for him to miss that when he's that open.
Heinrich passes to Noah. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
How about that? Breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk.
A nice way to pad that lead a little more.
Yeah, you got that right.
Bynum with it. He's picked up by Heinrich. And Drummond kicks to Bynum. Shot clock at 6. It's stolen by Dang. And here we go. The Bulls fast break.
What a huge play.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
Those are phenomenal dunks to watch. So much fun.
Stuckey kicks to Monroe. Back to Stuckey. 6 to shoot. Heinrich with the steal. One-on-one here. Here's Dang. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's going to be on Josh Smith.
Impressive play there. They have been really good offensively.
Piling up the points en route to this big lead, guys. I mean, they've been unstoppable.
Derrick Rose is checked in for Kirk Heinrich. Bynum against Rose. It's Bynum with the drive. And there's the feed to Stuckey. 4 on the shot clock. Will it go? And again, it's the Pistons missing.
And you know why he was open there. They didn't commit too much defense to him, and you can see why. He has trouble making that shot.
And Rose throws it down high. It's not possible. What we just caught, is that possible?
Not probable, but it is possible, partner.
It's possible. Not probable. It is possible. I don't know what all that meant, but you're right, Clark.
Now a timeout called by Detroit.
You know, he understandably doesn't like what's going on out there, and that's why he wants to talk things over during this timeout.
I think this is a good time to call a timeout. They just need to hit pause for a second and then reset as well.
Brandon Jennings, he's checked in for Detroit. Here's Monroe. Butler with the block.
This has not at all been the kind of performance they've needed out of him.
Noah in the post. Working on Smith. Rose, he's guarded by Jennings. Rose attacking. Dang dishes to Rose. Pass to Butler. Into Noah. Powered down with both hands. None of the defenders wanted anything Clark to do with him on that
And
jam.
I do not blame him at all, partner. He was coming in with a bunch of steam and was ready to posterize whoever decided to get in his way.
All right, I understand, fellas, but come on. You've got to challenge him a little bit at least.
The Bulls leading by 17. Butler passes to Dang. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Very clever passing. That was just beautifully done.
Detroit's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. It's Jennings with the drive. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Jennings has got 12 points in just the second half. Now here's Rose. Here's Dang. Again, the miss by Dang.
Well, he did have a three-pointer in the first half, but so far here in the second, he's come up empty.
Smith left side. And good coming on the assist by Rodney Stuckey. And 12 points for Josh Smith.
There's been a change in his game compared to what we saw in the first half. I mean, he's scoring with a lot of confidence now.
Rose kicks to Butler. He dishes it to Noah. Outside Rose. Again, Chicago.
The three-point shot has been a real weapon for them in the second half.
Yeah, they sure have gotten hot from out there.
Jennings with the ball. Goes back up. And boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is. And so they will award the basket there.
He almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
A lot of noise coming from these fans. Pretty unhappy with that call.
Well, you know, we've got a lot of amateur officials in the crowd, and not one of them liked it.
Dang attacking. Jennings with the steal. Now, here's the fast break. Stuckey leading the way. And there's Jennings. That's good on the assist by Stuckey. 34 points for Brandon Jennings.
I'd say that shot was well within his range.
You think so? I mean, I was pretty good from 2 feet and in myself. That's a gimme there.
Outside Rose. Rose off the pick from Boozer. Rose dishes to Boozer. Some solid defense from Drummond.
This is why you need size inside, the ability to contest shots and force misses.
Steve, that's exactly right. Even when you get in close, it's still a tough shot.
Jennings can't get it to go.
You know, even against defense as tight as that, you expect him to bury those.
I don't know. I mean, we've seen him hit those in the past, but like you said, the defender was on him like glue. It would have been quite a bucket.
You know, Joakim Noah, part of those back-to-back championship teams at Florida, 2006 and 7, was kind of skinny in college in his first years in the league. But he's done a really good job of adding muscle to his frame. That work in the weight room and in his basement have served him well.
Stuckey passes to Smith. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Jennings. The tray. They grab their own miss. Drummond. And he can't bank that one in. Chicago leading by 15. On the wing, Dang. Back to Rose. And the pass to Butler. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Noah with a screen for Rose. Out of bounds, Bulls ball. Chicago gets possession. And with the big minutes that Joakim Noah is asked to play, it's a good thing he's been so dedicated to staying in shape.
He's another player, Kevin, who does yoga in the off-season. He's even trained with big wave surfers in Hawaii, going underwater with weights in his hands, doing jumping and running. Pretty interesting training regimen, but of course he's a very interesting guy.
Pretty wild, huh? Jennings for 3. Here's Drummond, and count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Well, you know, he has shot the ball well, but it has not been contagious. And his teammates, they haven't had the same groove, and that's why we're looking at this result so far.
Well, Andre Drummond, a nice pick out of UConn in the 2012 draft. He's starting to look like a steal for the Pistons now. Big men with his size and mobility just don't come along very often.
Rose, good. Rose has got 8 here in the quarter.
All the buckets he's poured in today have put them in a terrific position heading into the stretch.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. And back to Drummond, you talk about his size. A lot of young players need to bulk up. You might argue that he should try not to get any bigger. What do you think?
Well, he's 6'11", 280. I mean, he's not getting overpowered by anybody. So for him, I think staying light makes sense. He's only 20 years of age, so trying to stay as agile and light as possible is probably the way to go.
Save some wear and tear on his body.
Yeah.
On defense, Chicago. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead.
Foolish play. He's got to be thinking out there while he's playing.
Well, the lead's only going to get bigger unless they shore up those mistakes. They got to tighten things up here.
Butler is guarded by Stuckey. Butler kicks to Dang. The kick out to Rose. Rose off the pick from Boozer. Rose dishes to Boozer. Noah, the pass to Boozer. Second shot opportunity. Can't get it to go. Good work defensively by Monroe. And Carlos Boozer gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. Outside Jennings. Back to Smith. Outside Jennings. Detroit, no good that time either.
You know, 9 times out of 10, he's going to knock that one down. He'll spray that one on you.
Rose goes in, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. It's going to be on Josh Smith. The free throw drops for Rose. And Rose drops them both.
You know, you've got to like the fact that they're getting to the line. And on top of that, they're making their free throws in this half. That bodes well going forward.
Jennings kicks to Drummond. Jennings dishes to Drummond. 6 on the shot clock. Jennings against Butler. Hope they get it back.
Multiple possessions have been the story of the game, and even with the big lead, this team continues to be quicker to the ball.
Stuckey kicks to Smith. He feeds it to Jennings. Lets a floater go. 51 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Jennings against Rose. Kicks to Butler. Back to Rose. Into Noah. Good work defensively by Monroe.
You know, he can be a little hesitant near the rim. We saw it there. If the defense offers just a little bit of resistance, he doesn't take it up quite strong enough.
Drummond passes to Jennings. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Smith dishes to Jennings. Smith with a screen on Rose. The drive by Jennings. Here's Drummond. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
He's not necessarily a strong inside presence, but he needs to polish those chances off.
And so Chicago